I reincarnated as a pig, and the very first thing I did was absolutely inhale 250 pounds of pig feed and eat myself into the fattest pig in the whole pen. Every other pig called me an idiot, said I was trying too hard. They didn't get it. If you're fat, there are only two ways it ends. You get slaughtered, or you become a breeding machine. And being a breeding machine? Honestly, worse than death. But what they really didn't know, I'd unlocked a devour and purify system. The more I eat, the stronger I get. Feed doesn't give much stat gain, but it's safe and steady. Nobody suspects a pig of quietly leveling up. System notification. My weight cap is 1,000 pounds. Hit 1,000 pounds and I can activate purification. Unlock a new form. The plan was solid. Eat clean, hit 1,000 pounds, then transform. Easy. Then two humans completely wrecked me emotionally. Daddy, don't kill Xiaohei. He's so well behaved. A little girl with pigtails gripping this big dude's hand, eyes red like a bunny, sneaking glances at me every few seconds. Sweetheart, isn't braised pork your favorite? I mean, yeah, it is. All right, fine, I won't kill it. Already sold it to the meat factory anyway. They'll come pick it up around New Year's. Hearing that, the feed I'd been chewing suddenly had zero flavor. Good news, New Year's is still a few months away. I just need to finish the purification before then. I will break out of this farm. No question. For the next 2 months, I went full beast mode. Purple yam, sweet potato, pumpkin. If it was food, it was going in my mouth. But the results weren't great. I checked my stat panel, 400 lbs, Constitution 5, Strength 10. The problem was the food itself, all low-calorie roughage. My stats were growing slower than a snail. Sure, I was already the strongest pig in the pen. The others looked at me like I was a god. But with stats like these, going up against a human? Not even close. One thing I did notice, as my strength and size went up, my hearing and vision went completely off the charts. I could now hear the TV inside the house clear as day. Breaking news, global temperatures continue to rise. Antarctic ice is melting at an accelerated rate, and sea levels keep climbing. A naval fleet from one nation has reported the discovery of what appears to be traces of an unidentified creature beneath Antarctic ice. We will continue to follow this story. News after news was pouring into my ears. I may be a pig, but I went to college. I knew exactly what these headlines meant. Over the next few days, the news just kept getting wilder. First, countries started going crazy with military buildup. Then officials quietly hinted that people should start stockpiling supplies. An overwhelming sense of dread hit me. Maybe a few months from now. Maybe within a few years. While I was thinking all this through, the big dude showed up again with a few men. He saw I'd gotten fatter and grinned so hard the wrinkles by his eyes could have crushed a fly. All right, boys, help me load this pig up. Get it in the truck. After that, drinks are on me. Hell yeah, let's go. They swarmed me immediately. I fought as hard as I could, but they grabbed me by the tail and dragged me out of the pen. When I saw the big truck with the iron cage at the gate, my heart dropped. If it had been a regular small truck, I might have been able to ram it over and make a run for it, but this thing had a full iron cage. My escape plan was dead on arrival. But when they tossed me in the cage, I noticed they hadn't locked it. Just a single latch holding it shut. That latch was my last lifeline. To avoid getting caught, I held still until the truck hit the highway. Then I slowly slid out my tongue and started nudging that latch bit by bit. When I was almost there, I suddenly stopped. I started scanning everything around me. I needed somewhere with mountains and trees, somewhere I could shake off humans. The more remote, the better. The more off-grid, the easier to lie low and power up. I waited almost an hour. Finally spotted the perfect location. A massive stretch of mountain forest. All trees as far as the eye could see. Once I got into that wilderness, nobody, not a few people, not a few hundred, would ever find me again. No hesitation. Tongue out, latch popped, back legs slammed down. I launched myself off the moving truck. The moment I hit the ground, I dented the guardrail, tumbled down a steep slope, and rolled straight into a river. Good thing my strength and constitution were already built up, just a hurt leg. But I couldn't stop for even a second. Too scared the humans would catch up. Gritted through the pain, crawled out of the river and dove straight into the forest ahead. I was planning to find somewhere to hide and heal up first, but at the base of a big tree, something caught my eye. A dark, gnarly-looking thing on the ground. Ugly as sin, but it had green leaves and thick roots. This thing looked like Foti root, Gishu Wu. My leg was already messed up. Eating this should speed up the healing. Just as I was about to take a bite, a centipede over 1.5 feet long burst out from behind the tree, black and red body, charging straight at me. I was pushing 500 pounds at this point. One bite from this thing would still mess me up. I eased in slowly, waited until the distance was just right, then launched myself. Full body weight, turned it into a pile of mush. I stared at the smear on the ground and hesitated for a second. But a centipede that size? That's not normal. If I eat it, my strength is going to spike hard. The moment that thought hit me, I opened up and vacuumed the whole centipede down. Tier, domestic pig. Weight, 480 lbs. Constitution 6, strength 16. First animal devoured. Skill unlocked. Vortex swallow. Allows remote absorption of food. Massively increases consumption efficiency. No way, this skill was literally made for me. I immediately asked the system, can I unlock more skills later? Host unlocks 1 spell per evolution. After 5 evolutions, a divine ability is unlocked. I was grinning on the inside. Alright, time to test the new skill. I opened my mouth toward the Foti root. It flew straight at me, shrinking as it came, and I swallowed it whole. My hurt leg went tingly, and the wound closed up in seconds. Strength and constitution both up by 2. Weight just broke 500 lbs. Great start. This forest was my lucky ground. But I snapped back to reality fast. A wilderness this massive had to be hiding serious predators. At my current level, I can handle small critters just fine, but run into a bear or a tiger, I'd be a light snack. But once I hit my first evolution, nothing in this forest should be able to stop me. So for now, lay low, stay quiet, keep growing. I crept carefully through the trees and found a hidden cave not far in. My nose was sharp now too, no scent of other animals near the entrance. Probably because of the highway nearby. The animals stay clear. I relaxed completely, crawled in, and crashed out. Meanwhile, far away on the ocean, thick fog blanketed the water. A battle group of over a dozen warships was retreating at full speed, cannons roaring. Something in that fog ahead seemed absolutely terrifying. Fall back! Fall back now! Inside the flagship's command center, the screen showed the outline of a creature radiating a terrifying red glow, picked up simultaneously by infrared and radar. The middle-aged officer's face went stone cold. The young officer beside him was shaking. Sir! What is that thing? The heat it's putting out is more than every ship in this fleet combined. Whatever it is, all we can do now is pray our losses are smaller than its. Issue the order, and this entire zone is classified Tier 1 restricted, top secret. A few days later, deep inside the Daling primeval forest, I was still just eating and sleeping and eating. Life was good. I had no idea the crisis I'd sensed had already quietly begun. Checked my stats, weight at 600 lbs, but the regular food around me was barely moving the needle anymore. No choice. I had to go deeper. I didn't get far before I stopped at a river. Tried opening my mouth toward a fish in the water. It flew straight out and into my mouth. Strength +1. Fish gives strength gains. I just laid down by the bank. Fish swims close. I open up and suck. Slurps another one. Constitution +1. The more fish I ate, my originally pale skin started turning dark brown. Thick, sharp tusks grew out from both sides of my mouth. Tier, wild boar. Weight, 650 lbs. Constitution, 30. Strength, 50. After evolving into a wild boar, I was pushing nearly 10 feet long. The fish weren't giving much anymore. Time to keep going deeper. Not far in, I heard wolves howling. My first instinct was to go around. But feeling the raw power surging through my body, I decided to sneak closer and take a look. When I got close, a wolf pack was surrounding 2 black bears. Normally, wolves can't take down a bear, but this bear had a cub with her. To protect her baby, the mother bear couldn't go all out. I watched them go at it and thought about waiting for them to wear each other down so I could clean up. But watching that little cub trembling with fear, I felt something. I charged. At full speed, my body was basically a wrecking ball. 1 boar rush, 3 wolves sent flying. The mother bear seized the moment and took out another one. The wolves looked at me and let out a howl. I thought they were turning on me next, but the second they finished howling, they bolted. Gone in an instant. The mother bear gave me a long look and disappeared into the trees with her cub. I looked at the dead wolves on the ground and started eating. Tier wild boar. Weight 700 lbs. Constitution 70. Strength 80. Big animals give way better stat gains, obviously. Almost at 1000 lbs. Evolution is right around the corner. Full and satisfied, I kept strolling deeper into the forest. Something made me stop. Black, over 3 feet long, just sitting under a pile of dead leaves. Deep in the wilderness like this, whoever set a trap like that is no regular hunter. That's a poacher. Right as I'm thinking this, a massive tiger roar explodes from up ahead. Amur tiger, king of the jungle. Looks like the poachers went after this one. I went back and forth on it, but decided to creep closer and check it out. If things looked bad, I'd turn around and bolt. I slowed way down. 700 pounds and I made zero noise. Pushed through the trees, and by the time I got there, it was already over. But I could feel that group of people just up ahead. Scanned my surroundings, slipped into the bushes and kept creeping toward the clearing. A campfire. 5 men sitting around it. My enhanced senses let me hear every word. Turned out to be a Japanese poaching crew. They'd taken down the Amur tiger using a trap. I saw the tiger's tail sticking out of a black bag nearby. My heart rate spiked. I had to find a way to eat that tiger. That alone would push me past 1000 lbs and trigger my evolution. Not long after, deep into the night, 1 guy stayed on watch. The rest crawled into their tents. I moved silently toward the camp. When I was about 100 feet out, I dropped the act and went full sprint. The guard barely had time to raise his gun before I was already in his face. 1 hit sent him flying dozens of feet. The others scrambled out of their tents and I knocked them all flat. Finished them off with the tusks. Made sure none of them could fight back. Confirmed the area was clear. I rushed straight for the black bags. First bag, the dead Amur tiger. Second bag, a large brown bear. Third bag, opened it. 2 live tiger cubs inside, still unconscious. Must have been tranquilized. I kept searching. What I needed most right now was a phone or some other way to reach the outside world. That way I could keep tabs on what was happening out there. Besides the 3 big black bags, there were a few poachers' backpacks on the ground. Dumped them all out. Actually found some useful stuff. There was a notebook with detailed records of everything they'd done over the years. Most of it was info on different forests, including this one, the Daling primeval forest I was in right now. I kept digging through it.